live yet, brother.
Oh man, I gotta say that again.
It comes up on your joint when we live. See, there it is. See where it says live up top of your joint?
I thought we are, man. I'm talking for nothing, man.
No, bro. You still good. You know what I'm saying? You ain't talking for nothing.
Don't worry. I was listening.
Hey, you good now? It's coming.
Do the intro. Do the intro.
You know what? I'm not even gonna start the show. I'm gonna let Don start the show. Go ahead, Don.
Do the intro, Don.
He's a host.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Casual Don. I got my partner over here, Mr. Aaron Ribbon, right there. He is this is his podcast, but today he let me take over for the day. Today we're doing stocks and crypto. And if if you know anything about stocks and crypto, please join us and give us your insight. And if not, enjoy the show. As far as I go, I invested in stocks. I'm learning crypto right now. I'm trying to understand what the exact investment is and how it works as far as money, dollar to crypto ratio. Because when it comes to crypto, it's not really dollar for dollar. It's actually a little bit more complex than that. So I myself is learning how to do crypto and trying to understand exactly what to invest in and why. Because from what I understand is that crypto wasn't really made for the everyday person. Crypto is actually another form of money laundering, that actually went global. Mm-hmm. Like the person that invented crypto, it wasn't for us.
It's for the drug dealers.
Yes, that's what it was for, to hide their money in a way that is untraceable, kind of like a burner phone. Right. They use burner phones because cops cannot find out where they at, and they trash them when they're done with them. So that's what crypto is. It's a burner stock. So to put it in layman's terms, I don't know what the hell it is. I honestly don't. I myself, I invest in stocks. I invest in. I have only one stock I invest in. This currently right now is Amazon. That's it. I don't invest in anything else. I've looked into marijuana. I'm looking into marijuana right now because that is the next big thing. Mm-hmm. Like people invest, and what happens is they get caught up in trends. A new device comes out. They quickly invest in that device. You don't invest in the device. You invest in the materials it takes to make the device. Mm-hmm. That's what you should invest in. So don't invest in trends. Invest in long term. And crypto, to me, crypto is a trend. So you're investing in a trend, and you'll be a millionaire overnight in crypto. You actually can be, but you can lose everything the same day as well. Just as well in stocks, but in stocks, you're understanding what you're doing a little bit more. And with those cryptos, a little bit more broader. So I myself fall back when it comes to crypto because I'm trying to more or less understand what exactly you are investing in when it comes to that. I'm going to divest a little bit. I'm going to share the room with everybody. I got Aaron Ribbon down there, my guy. This is his podcast. He let me host. So what you got for me, sir?
You talking to me, man? I got to talk to you? Man, I don't know, man. I lost so much money right now in stocks. I've invested $25,000. I'm down to 10,000. I think it went up to 11,000. Stocks is crazy right now, man. It's scary, but it's good. Don't get me wrong. Now is the time to invest. If you ain't never invested in stocks before, while it's down low, that's when you invest. That's the mistake most people make. They want to invest when it's up. It's already up. You ain't gonna make no money. So you got to invest when everything's messed up, when the stocks, everything's failing and falling. That's when you invest. Because, the last time, remember when Bush was the president and all the stocks fell and all that? Well, by the time Obama was done, everybody had all their money back.
Plus.
You know what I'm saying? Plus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They made money. A lot of people made money off of that. Just like a lot of people made money, off of where we started falling before. Again, you know what I'm saying? And it went back up a little bit. But now we fallen really far. So now is the time to buy. If you don't buy now and you wait till it's safe, you're not going to have any money. You're just going to be sitting around, buying things. At the high level. You know what I'm saying?
When you buy when it's safe, the money's already been made by everybody else who lost.
That's right.
So that's why you come in now when it's drop dead nothing. So when it does get back to normal, you done made a ton of money. Yeah.
But there's no guarantee. Don't get me wrong.
No,
There's no
it's
guarantee.
It's not.
So if you want to invest, you're always taking a chance. That's why you should do some research as much as you can. You know what I mean? And find out how. I invested in a lot of stuff when things were starting to come up and make some money, and now a lot of that stuff has fallen. You know, to like, I could say 70% of it is worthless. You know what I'm saying? For most of my stock, 70% of it is worthless. But I know that what I've done is I bought even after that, like when everything was falling, I bought a lot of stocks then. And guess what? They fell some more. They just keep falling now. And they're going to keep falling, I suspect, until the people come back to work in the way we used to, or until after this next election. You know what I'm saying? Because after the next election, you know, if there's enough people that can support the president, you know what I'm saying, and whatever he wants to do, then the stocks will start going back up. Now there may be now that's not a promise. They may, you know, the people on the other side might be fighting against the stocks just to, you know, bankrupt the country so they could even make even more money. But it's a chance you take, you know what I'm saying? If you want to invest. If you're in long-term investment, because I do the long-term. So as far as I'm concerned, all this bottom stuff, it's beautiful. You know, I'm just going to buy. I'm going to buy. You know what I'm saying? Now's the time to buy. And in 10 years, everything that fell will be at least back where it was before the fall, and you'll guaranteed to make money. You know what I'm saying? So
at least in some of those investments, you should make some good money if you get in right now while it's really crappy. I think by this fall, if Biden wins the Senate with more people, then his infrastructure bill, most of it will be passed. All this other stuff will start passing, and then the economy will start rolling. You know what I mean? One way or the other, the economy is going to get
when you pass a law, man, it takes at least 2 years for it to affect the economy.
Mm-hmm.
At least 2 years.
But, well, if you figure if a lot of this stuff gets done now, you know what I mean? When people know it's going to happen, they'll invest more. So it won't take as long as they know it's coming. As long as they know that money's coming, like, because there's a lot of bridges in America that need to be worked on. So shoot, one fell last week.
Yeah.
You know, collapsed last week. Luckily, nobody was killed. So right then and there, that's a lot of money being invested in. When them bridges go up, you know, when you come off that bridge, they're going to be putting up more charging stations from electric cars. They're going to be putting in a whole bunch of stuff. So there's going to be a lot more people to work. And that's just not for the bridges. That's for a whole bunch of stuff. You know, new buildings are going to be going up. And people, when they start putting up those, like, malls and stuff like that, they're all putting up charging stations. You got gas stations now that are putting up charging stations. So, you know, with all that stuff going on with the infrastructure bill, with all that stuff getting paid, money people getting paid, you know, stocks are going to go up. You know, stocks, you know, right now you got the COVID stuff that's really hurting a lot of it. You know, but COVID ain't going to be here forever. So, you know what I mean? And that's a lot of things. But, you know, I think.
And even if it is here forever, like
they're going to normalize it. They're going to normalize it.
Yeah.
Normalize it. You're right. And then I think another thing was, what was it? I just lost my train of thought. Was another problem we're having, because I talked to I was doing a job with Nate yesterday, and when I went to Lowe's, we were talking about why they don't have stuff, you know, everything's on the boats in the ocean and stuff like that. And they were talking about the truck driver, and I was like, yeah, man, nobody wants, you know, these young ones don't want to be truck drivers. He said, yo, they said most people don't want to be truck drivers now because they're trying to now make it where it's going to be all automated, where it's not going to be anybody driving the trucks. It's going to be somebody behind the screen.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right. I'll be honest with you. I dealt with that in my old job, and what the problem is, what the problem with automation is, the people who make the service don't want to be liable
Right.
for if a crash happens. And then what happens is the people who make the trucks don't want to be liable either.
Right.
So the software maker and the truck maker are colliding like this because they're talking about us possibly doing that. Because Tesla changed the game, you know.
Yeah, they changed the game. They made it so that you know that these cars can work and they are able to be, you know,
The infrastructure is
society
there.
now. Mhm.
Right. The infrastructure is there, but it's the liability part they don't want to deal with.
Right. But the problem with it is that's why a lot of people don't want to be. That's why a lot of young bucks, because they know within 30 years, they ain't going to be able to do that for 30 years. You know, the young boys, you know what I mean? Because they know they're going to be phased out. And it's just going to be that stuff on the road. So, I ain't never think about that part of it. You know, that's probably why a lot of people probably don't want to do it too. You know, it's probably laziness. It's probably some of that. Because people look at the long term when they go, sometimes when they go to the job.
When it comes to truck driving, it's not really laziness. It comes down to pay.
Too. You
It's
pay
pay.
and away from home a lot from your family. So,
it depends on what you're doing. Like they have overnight driving, and they have day driving, and they got regional, and they got cross country. You know, so we dealt with pretty much regional, and we went home every night. Well, every morning because we had night drivers. So you went home every morning. But what the problem was that you got routes that possibly got you over your time. Because you know, with truck driving, it's called a 70. It's called a 70 something, and you get 70 hours of drive time. 70 hours.
Right.
That's the maximum.
Right?
It's like I think it's called 70 and 10 because my ex used to be a
That's
truck.
what it is. 70 and 10. That's what it's called. 70 and 10. You get 7. You drive for 7 days. You have to take off a day, so you get a reset. Some drivers don't get their reset. What they'll do is what happens is, let's say you drive for 10 hours on Monday, right? That next Monday, you'll get that 10 hours back. So you can drive another 10 hours. But that Tuesday, you drove only for 5 hours. So that Tuesday come back, you only got 5 hours drive time. So you don't drive the same hours every single night. So that messes with your money, and then it also messes with you being able to continue driving because you got to keep up with your hours. You have to keep up with your hours, and your hours don't roll over. You know, so if you're set to drive for 10 hours, you only get a 6 hour ride. The rest of the 4 hours are gone. You don't roll those over. So what happens is that the next time that day comes around and so that Tuesday you rode for 6 hours. That Tuesday come back around, you only got 6 hours drive time that Tuesday. And somebody gives you a 10 hour route. Guess what? You can't take it. So now you're missing out on money.
What you doing?
So when it comes to I understand truck driving is it's not what it used to be. It's not what it used to be. It's very tedious now, because back when I started, the company I worked for just went electronic. I know it's a little off subject. It just went electronic. So the drivers used to have a booklet, a thick ass booklet. You could write down your day, your time, and your hours. So a lot of them, you lied a little bit, you embellished a little bit. You could. And when a cop pulled you over, he couldn't prove what you did was wrong. Now the cops have the same drive time you have in your truck in their cars. So all they got to do is look up your license plate. It brings up everything you did that day, and they can see everything that you did, and see if you're over your hours or not.
It's a GP. My ex used to be a truck driver. Well, he is. It's a GPS system that they built.
But that's just for the company though, to see where you are.
Yeah, and no, but it has your routes like you said. So now, the thing is, the cops they're not going to be able to afford the system. So what trooper would do is, if you have it, they're trained to know the system. So they go on your truck
and hook up a little device. I know they pull our guys over all the time. Yep, yeah. and look at see what drive time is. It was hell for our drivers. It was hell because the cops, sometimes the cops would sit outside a block up or a block down from our company and it's ready to pull them over. ready to pull them over. You know, like, hey, what's your drive time? Let me see what your hours you had. You know what I'm saying? Just because they got quotas too.
They definitely do. Cops do.
Mhm.
You know, but back on subject. Back on subject when the stocks thing. I'm gonna hear somebody else talk. I want to hear what Rob had to say. He started a good conversation, and because it wasn't recording, he couldn't be able to finish. He was
Let me
going
tell
in.
you something.
My
I
man
done
Rob was
forgot
going in.
everything.
Hey, Rob.
Oh man, y'all messed me up big time. So check it out.
Mhm.
When we first had the conversation, was a month and a half ago about stocks. At that point, I hadn't invested anything. I was just absorbing everything you guys said. Since then, I've grabbed about 10 different stocks, and again, very little money in it. I'm not balling. So what I've been doing is listening to the news. Like I invest through Cash App. And so when you use Cash App, it'll give you information or whatever. Say I looked up GM today. GM right now is hurting because of that Canada blockade thing going on with the truckers. So their stocks is tanked. But if you scroll down, it'll tell you like now's the time to buy them because they're doing so bad. So I'll look for stuff like that, like basically taking the advice of the app or whatever, saying like moderately buy, strong buy, basically avoid. What I also try to do is look out for new technology. Scrolling through YouTube, I saw these hover cars that are nowhere near ready right now, but the ones that have gone public and are on the stocks, their shares are like, 15 bucks or 20 bucks or something like that. Like those are the things I don't mind investing on now with the hope and assumption, of course, you're throwing it in the dark here is that once the technology becomes cheaper, and again, I know we're not going to step inside the Jetsons come next week or next month, but I don't mind investing in this future technology with the hope and promise and praise that this is something that blows up in a couple years and you've bought this stock while it's dirt cheap, and next thing you may get a GameStop on you or something like that in regards to your results. um,
Right. Right.
right now I am playing the long goal, so there a lot of my stocks are some of the major companies. I'm like avoiding Netflix and stuff right now, but a firm, oh gosh, I can't remember this other.
A
I
firm is a good one. A firm
Yeah,
is a good one because
they're hurting
Walmart
right
actually
now.
uses a firm.
Right, a firm is hurting right now. But again, if you're playing, you guys had mentioned before how it's like sometimes you just gotta stick it in there.
Yes.
And it's like I check it every day. And the people I've tried to talk stocks into, and it's like, yo, this is like no rap. I check it every day. I mean, I spend a half hour or 45 minutes, something like that, but yo, I check my stocks every day just to see what sort of variables are affecting the stock. And Aaron's right. Everything's going down right now. But I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Because I've invested, I nowhere near what
It's the long
Aaron's
ball,
invested. Yeah.
man. It's
So, but my point is, like, I ain't do it to get in and bail after, oh crap, 25% down, like to pull my money out. You know what I'm saying? This is for life. When I was talking to this kid, um, I used to be his guardian. I'm like, yo, you 20 now. If you follow, I'm literally giving them ideas and cash app them money, like, yo, put this down on this. I said, well, by the time you get to my age and you stick this through and just resist the urge to pull your money out, in 28 years, you could be looking kind of nice. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm like a sponge when it comes to listening to people who've done stuff better and longer than me. And you couldn't have talked me in doing stocks 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny too, because when you listen to a room, and what I mean by that, if you talk to other people, like I try to I'm all excited and gung ho, kind of like, one of them pyramid schemes or something like that. When I try to talk to people about stocks, I get like the silent treatment. And I know it's time to move on because, like, yo, they ain't trying to have that conversation right now, which translates to, they're not invested, which is cool. I'd have been one of them dudes that if you'd approached me on it, a couple months ago, I'd be like, yo, I think I got something. I heard my mom call me, like straight up. I'm on board, and you know what I'm saying, because it's like this is something that I can see, and videos and YouTube and all this type of stuff. It's like you can get so much more better than putting everything in savings and hoping that, you get your
Right,
like
right.
you get 3% interest in your savings and stuff like that. Where if you do this right and study, and you can actually make some money in the long run. And I'm in it for the long run. So I'll pass the mic.
All right, now I'm gonna want to defer to Andre. Uncle Andre over there, man. See you chilling with the blanket and everything.
Looking all cozy.
Cool it, yo.
Somebody get that man.
Before Andre talk, I wanted to say something though. About the stocks real quick. That we were talking about the need for truck drivers, right?
Right.
The one thing I wanted to say is that demand makes things happen, right?
Yes.
So I believe truly, if there's if the demand for truck drivers continue, then I think the electronic truck driving systems will be actually forwarded. You know what I'm saying? Like someone's
Right.
going to do it and try to see if it worked because it'll be worth the money. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Well,
They
I
already
believe
have
there's going to be a company. I believe there is going to be a company that actually comes out that's all automated. I believe
Well,
that is going to happen.
They
That is
have
going to
that.
happen.
They have it already. They already have those trucks on it. They already testing those trucks on the road
Right.
now.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a company that's going to come out and say we're all automated.
I'm telling you,
No.
because of all that stuff happening overseas, with the people waiting for the trucks to come. I'm telling you right now, they're going to have those trucks ready. It'll probably be before the end of the year, man. Look, demand look. We conquered the virus on demand.
But but the only thing about that, like I said, is the insurance, the liability of it. That's the only thing. See,
Believe me, Don, there will be something going on with the government. They will find a way through the government. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they do.
But what insurance company would be like, we'll cover you? You understand what I'm saying? That's for instance, our independent drivers, their insurance is like $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Coverage. So, and they had to pay that premium every month, so that's if you're an independent driver. So imagine if you're nobody.
Okay, if they're just a company, you're saying that the coverage will be, believe me, Don, companies, they lobby together, they get together, they're going to get it done, man. They're going to find a way.
I'm not saying that trucks aren't going to be on the road. What I'm saying is, as an insurance company, would you want to cover that?
Oh, no. But I think one will be made by a company that can afford it. Someone's going to start it because they're going to see the value of it being first.
And that's what Elon Musk did with Tesla. He said, you know what? I got to do it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Period. We got to do it. And see, saw what happened. Now he's a trillionaire. He's trillionaire now.
These fools are flying in space without permission, yo.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's like if somebody's going to do it, if somebody is eventually going to do it, somebody's going to say, you know what? We're going to have more than enough money to cover the insurance. But then, like I said, the insurance premium is going to be crazy.
Crazy.
Do not have an actual driver in the. I think they're going to have drivers in the car, but they're not going to be able to do anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be all automated. They just sit there and watch. And if something happens, they can go to manual.
Well,
so I think that's how it's going to be.
So you think the drivers will still be in the car just in case something go on?
Yes.
Well, they had. That's what they were doing for now. They had drivers in there. Everything was automated, But eventually, the drivers ain't going to be in it.
Right. I mean? That's absolutely true. Eventually, that's going to happen. Eventually,
if there's not a lot.
I think there's going to be companies made. Like there might be a company made like an LLC. You know what I'm saying? That'll just be like available if a car breaks down, and they'll
on call.
Just like just like the tow trucks.
Yep.
People will be on call.
I agree with you 110%. I think you absolutely are right, because that's what we have that's what we had at a trucking company. We had on-call guys that were available in case one of our drivers wasn't able to go. 110%. There's going to be on-call trucks out there, companies that's going to invest in being just on call. And they're going to charge a crazy amount of money to use their trucks to be on call. Because that's the thing about it. you hire a third-party company because you don't got to worry about their insurance coverage. You ain't got to worry about, all you do is pay them and that's it.
They're gonna AAA the hell out of this, yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like AAA, it'll be like AAA. You know what I mean?
So people invested in that, you know what I mean? If you invested in that and it takes off, then that's good. You know what I mean? But
I'm sorry, I took up too much time. I want to mute myself so Andre could get.
he muted himself. Oh Lord, we must be all going to heaven.
Oh,
Yo, I was saying, yo, man, but I couldn't get in my thing today. I couldn't remember my code. I was trying to get into my stocks. I don't know why I couldn't remember it. But anyway, but I know my Apple is the one that's pretty much, in another one, I can't remember what the other one was. Pretty much the two, pretty much still been making me money. Everything else been falling. So it's been in a negative. But I figured, like, it's like when Obama first took over, everything stayed in the negative for a while, for a couple of years, you know what I mean? And then things just started popping up. And just get like anything, you know what I mean? You know, like when Trump first got in, you know, my stock was going in good too, all the way through Obama. Then Trump took it a little bit further until the COVID happened and everything went to crap. But eventually that's gonna get dealt with, and eventually we're gonna start coming back up and making this money again. So I figure if you invest now, like for me now, I'm retired, man. I got a pension. I'm gonna get another military pension. I'm gonna get Social Security. I really don't care about the stocks like that, but I just try to do it for the grandkids and my daughter. That's pretty much all I'm into it for now, right now. So I could just leave them something like that, besides the house and my life insurance. But like the stocks now, I think if we invest, we can invest good. I know my friend Jennifer Bowie from the military. I know she does a lot of that crypto and different stuff. So I text her, but I'll try to see the next time that we do it. I'll try to see if I can get her on, because she does a lot with that. So I'll see if she's still doing it, but I know she was doing it really hard before. So now I'll see the next time she can get on with us. So she can
when crypto first started, man, it made a lot of millionaires.
Oh yeah,
It did, and everybody sold. Like, as soon as they got their million, a couple million, they sold their stocks. They say, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, because they got she was doing the Bitcoin, she was doing a couple of different things, you know what I mean? So
right. A lot of and now, you know, and then crypto is even going, it's moving over now to the NFTs. That's the newest craze now. A digital picture. It's the newest craze now.
Yeah, well, you know, the cryptos, it's like everywhere. Like some places you play with crypto and Bitcoin. A lot of places now.
Bitcoin.
So,
you hear Bitcoin, yeah. Hell, they even got the new athletes. The new athletes want to get paid in crypto, in Bitcoin. They say I want my whole paycheck in Bitcoin. Yo, go look it up. Like two athletes, it's two or three of them. They said they wanted their paychecks in Bitcoin.
Oh wow, probably because they got investment in it. You know what I mean? Probably might have stocks in it. You know what I'm saying? So,
I was like,
you know,
your whole paycheck though. I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
So my question is,
but you know what? Go ahead, Nate.
My question is, because you know I'm a new kid on the block, and I need to know which one should I invest in right now for not a high, you know, not for a whole lot of money, but just invest in now just to get my foot in the door.
But like, I remember when I talked to you before, I was like, invest in something that you know. Like for me, I know Amazon. You know what I'm saying? That's why I invested in Amazon. Everybody uses Amazon. Amazon's on everybody's porch. Whenever a video comes out about somebody getting a package stolen, you see the box it's an Amazon box. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do Amazon, because Amazon is like known. You know what I'm saying? So and Amazon got more upside and downside than anything else.
Yeah.
So that's why I do it.
And I did Apple because I know it made, when it was dropping, you know what I mean? I invested in it because I know eventually it's going to make money, because that's the thing. I can't stand the phone. I don't like none of their products, but people buy them. So that's why I invested in it.
Same.
You know?
I don't use Amazon. I don't buy from Amazon. But guess what? Everybody orders
Yeah.
from Amazon.
Exactly. So, you gotta do what everybody does. You know what I mean? Like I invested in the gambling apps and some of the gambling apps. You know what I mean? Because people are gambling now. You know what I'm saying? A lot through the apps more. People got to go to Vegas and Atlantic City no more. They can just do everything right from the app. And a lot of apps when you first sign on, they give you like $200 to $2,000 to spend. They give it to you to gamble. So,
For free. For free. It's a credit. It's a credit. Yeah.
So what is one of the gambling apps?
Well, what I did was the gambling app is DraftKings. It's one of the big ones. Is DraftKings. But what I did was I took a mutual fund that had a whole bunch of different gambling apps in it, like DraftKings, NFL, Join, some other stuff. I did it like that.
Yeah, one
instead of
time
just going
bet.
directly.
There's a lot of gambling apps out there. Yeah.
And so I got one that was a whole group of them in one mutual fund, or you can go straight to the app and straight to the the one itself. DraftKings to me is the number one that's out there right now for
like
gambling.
DraftKings got the license with the NFL, and that's a good thing. That's another thing too. Like a lot of these because the NFL allows gambling now, a lot of these apps are getting licenses with the different sports, so it's supply and demand. A lot of people bet on sports. And then they got parlay bets, and you can bet who scores the first basket, what minute, and all that crap.
Yeah.
So a lot of people use
who's up each quarter. You know what I mean? You see who's up each quarter. They got all different stuff. So put your stock in that. But for me, like that's why I'm glad I put my stock in like Aaron got me to put the stock in those charging stations for electric cars, because that's going to be the new biggest thing. So I did that, and since I got guys, I'm always traveling. So since I've been traveling, I've been seeing a lot of charging stations in different places. Like even in gas stations where I thought I would never see them at, they have them at the gas stations where they have a big, like anywhere where there's like a big mall, they have the charging stations at the malls. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, like outside of Willow Grove Mall, they got the charging stations right up there. You know what I mean?
And some of those are free.
And they're free. And the charging stations, some of them are free, some of them you got to pay for. You know what I mean? Most of them you got to pay for, though. But it ain't that expensive. Like, I know me and you was talking about, Nate, we talking about getting a hybrid. You know what I mean? But I don't drive like that, since I've been retired. But, even when I wasn't retired, I wasn't driving at all. But I drive more since I've been retired. But I'm thinking, I'm really going to pay all that much money for a hybrid, but everybody knows who has a hybrid. They rarely ever spend money on gas ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So So and they do they spend like $25 maybe every couple of months or every once a month, depending on how much they drive. You know what I mean? So and it gets them where they got to go, because with a hybrid, you put the gas in, it charges your car. That's what I love about that.
Yeah, it charges them up.
It charges them up. So I was thinking, my next car, I was thinking I might get a hybrid. So in case gas prices, see, that's a great thing about these gas prices like now, they all up real high. I ain't worried about that. I'll just charge my damn car up my damn self. You know what I mean? It's ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know a few people with hybrids. They love them, man. They love them. But my thing about the hybrid is the hybrid doesn't need a charging station, though, does it?
No.
Yeah, it's made to run off of gas and then turn into electric, right?
Yeah,
you can do both. You can do
$20.
It does both, right?
The gas charges the battery for the electric.
Yeah. Well, I think for the way it works, if the battery is up to a certain level, it won't even use the gas. But if it needs to use the gas, it'll use the gas, and then once the battery gets up to a certain level, the gas shuts off and it keeps running off the battery.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's a decent system for me, man. I think that's good. But my thing is, hybrids don't need charging ports, do they? They only need gas. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, to tell you the truth.
I'm not sure.
Tell you the truth.
So I'm thinking if your hybrid is like I'm thinking that it'll cut on the ports. You know what I'm saying? If most people decide to start making hybrids, then the electronic ports won't really. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That makes me just think a little bit like, which way is it going to go? Are they just going to say, hell with it, we're just going to keep making these hybrids? You know what I'm saying? Or will they say, hell with it, we're going to just make straight up electronic cars?
But you
I
gotta
think so.
remember, it's
I think
always
more
it's
people-
always age groups too. Certain age groups will do certain things.
That's
Right.
Like
true.
an old person, I don't want no damn hybrid. Give me my gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some
You know what I'm
people
saying?
only want
A
gas.
younger person, how you doing, French fry?
Yeah, younger person, man, they'll just
An
be
older
like,
person, hey man, I ain't doing no damn hybrid. You a sissy boy doing a
Yeah.
damn hybrid. You know what I'm saying? Where a younger person is like, hey, I want to save the environment. I'm going to get a hybrid or I'm getting an electric car. You know what I mean? So it goes by age group. And you got some older people that love the new technology and some young people that hate technology.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
so
there's a crew of that too. I'm
Yeah, but
thinking,
then-
I'm thinking that most cars will probably be hybrids, but they'll probably make it so they can put gas in the port. That's what I'm thinking if they do the new hybrids. That only makes sense to me. But then again, that's a lot of money to put in one car. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I don't know, but I guess I think too, where people probably trying to get away from gas too, because when things go crazy like now, they keep on raising the prices on them. There should be no reason in the world why gas is high. We had 2020 was nobody driving. 2021, even about a quarter of the people that was driving before wasn't driving.
Like gas prices went up
because
they knew eventually people were going to go outside, man.
Yeah, now they're staying at home, and people. So there should be no reason, if anything, with gas. Gas would be cheap. This must is gouging us because they just want to make that money. So you figure with that kind of stuff, people are like, screw them bastards. I'm gonna get an all electric, and I ain't paying them nothing. You know what I mean? And then the upkeep of the car ain't the same neither. Because now you don't have an engine. Now you don't have an engine. So you don't have to worry about motor, you know what I mean? All that other stuff.
You know what battery costs if you got an electric car? Because you got to get a new battery too. The battery don't last forever in an electric car. You got to get a new battery eventually. I looked it up, and it's not cheap.
Yeah, it's going to cost you some money, some real money.
And you can't install it.
It's not the same batteries we use in our cars now. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's going to cost you some money. But I think
when I went out and I had to go out and get a battery, and the guy asked me, do I got a hybrid for my Ford Fusion? I said, no, it's not a hybrid. He was like, oh, okay. Because he's like, if you had a hybrid, the battery for a hybrid was like almost $300. I said,
yeah,
Well,
but you got
a battery almost 200.
But you know what I mean? Yeah. But you got to think, Don. You got to think all that gas you ain't paying, dude. You spend.
It's a good delivery. But my thing is, will all this stuff go up when everybody start buying these cars? Okay, let's say we do batteries, right? Tom was talking about the batteries. How much will a battery cost after everyone has like hybrids and
it's gonna be like anything. It's gonna be like what you call them, demand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, supply and demand. That's the thing I'm wondering about. Do we really have enough to make batteries like that?
But batteries ain't never going nowhere, and the reason why is because look. Prime example, your cell phone does not have a battery in it you can take out anymore. Those are dead now. You can't find a new cell phone. You can't take the back off and pull the battery out. You can't do that no more. You can't.
Is the technology so good that the battery won't die?
But that's
and your new phones, no matter if you had it 4, 5 something years, you still get the same charge. On a cell phone, you still get the same charge, yo.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why batteries ain't never going nowhere. Because your remote control still takes batteries, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how come there aren't any rechargeable remote controls?
I think one day there will be remote controls without your charge. Yo, what's up, Omar? I think there will be one day. I truly believe that all this battery stuff will be gone, yo. But that's way in the future because they got the technology to do it. It's not as a lack of technology. It's more of a lack of industry because industry is not willing to do that yet.
But that's the thing about it. The Energizer, Duracell pay these companies to keep on using batteries. they actually pay them like, hey, we'll give you X amount of dollars if whatever product you make takes our batteries.
Yeah, that's old. That's just an old thing that these companies have always done. You know what I'm saying? So
it makes no sense why this remote control I can't just put it in a charger and just call it a day. Why am I? It's 2022. Damn it! Why is my remote control still taking battery?
then why don't you have a charger like we used to have for the phone? You did charger remote control, just sit it on the charge.
Exactly.
Like a cradle joint.
Exactly. Like a wireless little dock. You put the remote control on, it charges, and when it's done, it lets you know.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't know.
That's a good idea, Don.
I don't know. I'd rather have batteries. I ain't trying to wait for my joint. You know, you be leaving that stuff off there. You know, your joint.
You don't
dead,
watch TV at nighttime when you sleep, man. You can charge your remote controls while you sleep.
Yeah, you can put it on the dock, yo. You can put it on the dock.
Right. But sometimes you forget to even put your phone, charge your phone. Your phone be dead in the morning. And I can't watch my TV because my charger. I don't know if I like that, man. I think
that's why I said, man, you got some people who will do it and some people who won't, man. Because you can make an app for your remote control and say and tells you, hey, I'm about to die. I only got 18% life.
Please, man. I get a bathroom when that joint pop up. I might forget, yo. You know what I mean? My thing is like, look, if I gotta put it on the charger when it's dead and still work the TV, then I'm cool. But if I can't work that TV when I put it on the charger, man, then I'm pissed off because I want to watch my TV right then and there.
I think we're really off subject, yo. We get way off subject.
You got to think with these smart TVs, you could just talk to the TV. You ain't even got to have your remote.
Ooh. You know what? That right there.
That is true.
Put some of lessons on my television, man.
So how many of y'all still watch TV? Because I rarely watch that shit.
I don't really watch TV, but you can tell your TV to turn on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you can hit a button and do it, you can say Netflix. But isn't that scary? Because now the TV listening to you all the time too. Now everything being bugged. Yo.
I don't even use my Wi-Fi on my TV. I'll be honest with you, man. My Echo Dot is in a box somewhere. I don't got nothing in my house that can listen to what I gotta do.
I don't blame you, Don.
Your phone listening
Not
already
even the
anyway. You ain't got to.
Not even the kids, Don.
Living in constant paranoia, man.
What's up, Earl?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Stocks, y'all. What's up,
That's the man to talk to.
Don doing a bad job letting us get off topic. Go ahead, John. Finish. Do your job, Don.
I'm gonna pass the ball to Aaron. He the man.
Oh man, I gotta take host off you, man.
I'll be the host.
Well, Don gotta give it to somebody. Don, in fact, give it to Omar. Let Omar be the
I'm gonna
host.
let Omar go ahead and talk. Yeah, I'm gonna let Omar talk, man. He got it. Go ahead, big guy.
All right, so what we talking about?
Stocks and crypto, yo.
Yes,
Stocks
sir.
and crypto. Well, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give a plug to my podcast, instigatorspodcast.com. Y'all go check it out. All the episodes that you got about investing is an investing podcast where we just give advice. Well, not necessarily give advice. We just talk about different investing topics and things like that. Tomorrow, I'm releasing my latest episode. It's going to be about market volatility.
As far as the podcast, we're gonna cut all that out in the new. We're gonna cut all that out, man. You ain't getting no free plug up in here. Man.
That's the family discount. What you talking about, Don?
You better get it while you can, boy. What's the podcast gonna be about tomorrow?
That's right. Y'all go to instigatorpodcast.com. Hey, but no, investing stocks, crypto. To be honest with you, man, I don't really do much with crypto. I prefer my stocks. Reason being is because I understand where the money is going, right? I know people are buying iPhones, right? I'm talking to you on a MacBook Pro right now, so I know how Apple makes their money. But crypto, is like I don't really know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's about currency, but do I ever think it's going to overtake the dollar or, credit or anything like that? I don't, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I do see an upside of it because it's only about 1% of how people use money to buy things right now. But if that thing go to 3 or if it go to 5, you can make some serious money. You know what I'm saying? So I do see the upside of it, but I just don't understand it to the point where I can put thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars into it. You know what I mean? But how do y'all feel about it?
Oh, crypto scares the crap out of me, man. I tried to.
That's just scary, man. That is a scary beast right there. It's a beast in its own right. Because again, it's another viable source to buy something. Right. But everybody's not allowing you to use it yet. Because they're still trying to understand, if they can get scammed.
Right.
So like some places you can use Bitcoin to buy stuff. You can use Bitcoins to buy stuff in certain places, but other places like, nah, we ain't doing that. We don't know if the money is really there or how do we retrieve that dollar out of that Bitcoin, So it's like, we're good. We're good.
Right.
Listen, man, PayPal is hooking up with Bitcoin now, man. I went on
using it now. Yeah.
I went on Bitcoin, right? I went on Bitcoin and it let me like buy stuff through PayPal. So PayPal's in on it now, man. You can probably transfer back.
If you go to PayPal,
oh, okay.
PayPal app
so you can buy things and then. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Don. My fault.
Also, I was saying the PayPal app lets you use Bitcoin.
Yeah. They started about like a year or two ago with the Bitcoin. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know. A couple of years now with the Bitcoin.
I signed up for a couple of Bitcoin joins, not Bitcoins, but a couple of crypto joins, right? And the only one that I found that actually did PayPal was Coinbase. Coinbase,
popular one, Coinbase Pro. Yep.
Yeah, and the other ones, they're more challenging than Coinbase to me. But to tell you the truth, I don't know what the hell's going on, yo. I go in there, I still don't know how to use the app properly, but I did buy something. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna buy. I saw something. I said, I'm gonna buy that. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably wasting my money, but I throw $50 down and 10 years later, see what happened. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I can waste money like that. I've wasted money like that before, but I waste money on this little investment just so I can have something to start. You know what I mean? And I was talking to my boy, Joe Pringle. He has these guys where they're like they're pre-investing into like
startups.
Startups. They're like pre-investing in startups that will be on Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And that you can collect tokens. I'm sitting here like, I don't understand what the hell's going on. And I still don't. I just understood that little bit. You know what I mean? And I'm afraid that I'm like, I don't want to send my money to them. And then the trust really isn't there. I think that's a real problem with crypto. The trust in the way things are put together kind of makes you
leery.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
there's some serious players in it that like it though. You know what I'm saying? Players in it.
I think that's because they understand it. I don't understand it.
They got people that they pay to understand it.
Yeah, that's why I think that's what this was about. He sent me this this link to this place, and I'm not even going to say the name because I didn't bother because I still don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but I don't get it. I get that you send your money to them, but how do you investigate these guys? How do you know what I'm saying? It's like
no track record. No track record. Yeah.
Pretty much just throwing your shit out there and saying, let's see what happens.
Right. I'm not gonna throw no serious money in it. Like you said, you put $1,000 or $2,000 in there and see what happens, especially now that it's down. You know what I mean? It may be a good time to get in, but yeah, man, I just don't understand it to go all in,
It scares the crap out of me. My boy was like, give him a try. I was like, okay. And I played something. They were talking, and he was talking, and he was talking. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about the whole time.
You're like, damn, man.
I said, shit, this sounds like a pyramid scam. I don't even know what the hell.
I know. Like, which ones do y'all invest in? What cryptos do y'all like? I know Bitcoin is a popular one.
Shit, I just took money in Coinbase and bought some Bitcoin.
I was looking in Dogecoin.
Mm-hmm.
Dogecoin is bullshit, man. I don't even know if I'm
I
on
was
it.
looking at that, and I was just like, I still don't know.
Yeah, man.
I mean, and I saw this
That's
other
one of the other more popular ones, like Bitcoin is Dogecoin. Yep.
yeah.
Blockchain too. I heard about that one a lot too.
Yeah, but you know, it's late. It's kind of late for the Bitcoin tip unless you investing on the long term. Because if you investing now expecting to make money, you're gonna hurt yourself. Yeah, because they're gonna go up and down, up and down. You're gonna be like, this is some book. No, yeah. Really, for me, investing in Bitcoin and even in the stocks right now, it's truly a long-term investment. Because I ain't no player like that. I'm not in it like, oh, they made money in selling my stocks, and all that. And then, because I remember one time I tried it. I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell this stock. I was 5,000 up. I sold it. I got my money. I was like, yeah. And then they fell, right?
Okay.
I said, okay, oh shoot, I'm buying back. It was about a month later. I said, so I bought a few of them back, you know what I'm saying? And then they charged me at the price that I had it at, because you're not allowed to like just go back and buy them.
It was less than 30. It was less than 30 days.
Yeah. So I was like, there's some lessons you're gonna have to learn, man.
Right. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't buy it back after 30 days, man.
Man. I think, isn't it like
30 wash sale?
30 after or something? I forget. It was a weird thing. I was like, oh shit. So I learned like usually, maybe if I waited 2 months, maybe I would have been able to buy it and not have, my money messed with. But I'm not sure. I don't know stocks like that, but I do know this. If I invest now where everything's low, I'm bound to make some type of money. Bound in 10 years. 10 years.
How y'all been feeling about this inflation? Like it's been causing the market to be very volatile right now.
Yeah, it's been real crazy.
It's been
real crazy. These gas prices up my way, they like $4.
Yeah.
It's $4.49 out here right now, man. It's $4.49 out here in Maryland.
How much you say?
I'm sorry, $3.49 in Maryland. $3.49 in Maryland.
Okay.
$3.49 in Maryland. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you, man. Oxtails cost $13 a pound now, dog.
Oh my God.
A pound. I went to buy 3 pounds. That joint was like $61. Like, are you out your fucking mind?
Have you seen the new car prices? Like, the car prices, like a used car, it's 40% more than it was last year right now.
Yeah.
What?
Yo, the average, I saw a $100,000 car for over $20,000. I saw a $100,000 mile car. It had 100,000 miles on it. It was over $20,000.
What?
Mm-hmm.
People take.
Oh wow!
This is not a used car lot. This is actually at a dealership.
Mm-hmm.
People taking advantage. They're taking advantage. That's all that shit is. They're taking advantage, man.
Well, it's because of the chip shortage, right?
Well, it is.
Chips, right?
Yeah.
There's a shortage of them, right? So I'll give investment advice, but like I said, personally, I'm trying to capitalize on that. So I'm like buying like all the chip makers.
And that's why, right? And that's why your used car lots are charging you so much for like almost a brand new car from a used car because of the chip shortage. And being that it's a chip shortage, the dealerships aren't getting the cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They can't sell them.
New ones. They can't keep up with the demand.
Yeah, and they don't have a chip. So since they don't have the chips, the cars ain't being made. So the car dealerships aren't giving, aren't really being able to do a lot of stuff with that. So now
Same with the gaming industry.
These cars lines cars. So that's the problem. Oh, my friend, I tell you who knows a lot about crypto.
Mm-hmm.
She's texting me back now. My friend Jennifer Boyd, my Air Force buddy. She's young, so she's one of them. She said, and she says it's one crypto. Let me read her message. She said there's one crypto is she says that she started last March, and people are joining a lot because they secured a Disney license. So a lot of the NFTs.
What is it? What is it?
It's called $, ECOMI.
Text that to me, bro. Text that to me.
Yeah. I'm trying to get on. She keeps on hitting me up right now. She's trying to get 1 million worth of it now. I just know it's going to move. I've done too much research on them. I was like, okay, so you know what I mean? So that's what she's saying. So I'll hit you thing. It's $, ECOMI. That's what it is. She has $150,000 worth.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why I want her. She said the most she's ever made from crypto was $50,000 from $120.
God. Oh, okay, yeah, she can do that then. You know what I'm saying?
So she know what she's doing.
Yeah.
She turned $150 into 50,000.
$120 to $50,000.
Yo, Andre, ask her.
She needs to come on the show.
On the show. And ask her, in fact, give her my phone number, have her call me. Because for real, you know, I might pay her to do my crypto, yo.
Yeah.
Likewise.
She got in. She probably got in like right before the pandemic, before the joint really popped off. You know what I'm saying? Look. Before the pandemic, crypto, Bitcoin, that joint was trading at like 16,000.
Wow.
That's like 2 years ago. Now that was like what, 50? What you need? 50 grand to get one full joint? It's crazy.
Crypto's crazy. So I don't understand it. I just saw something. I said, I'm buying it.
That's what I'm saying. Crypto made a lot of millionaires his first 6 months. If you got in early, you made a lot of millionaires.
You're right, Don. Because it went up to like 20, but this was like back in 16. But then it went all the way back down to like 3. Like it went up to 16 grand per whatever they call it, coin. Now it went down to like 3, and then it worked its way back up to like 12, and then
but you know what?
Off.
The bank started investing in it too, though. That's why too as well. The bank started investing in it too. That's another reason why it shot up so fast. Because they're trying to control it. Yeah. You know, the banks don't want nobody making any money.
Damn right.
You know,
manipulate. That's what they usually do. That's what really happens in the stock market. Big companies, they'll crash it. They'll let it go down, like because they don't want to buy high, so they'll let it fall. And they get in at the bottom and then bring it right back up. You know what I'm saying? So they can make their profits. Man, it's all. Man,
that's why
it's rigged. I think
that Reddit group did GameStop the way they did it.
But that was the opposite. That was the people getting
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why that Reddit group said, after the machine, we're gonna beat the machine. And they did it. They beat the machine. There's a lot of dudes out there mad. There's a lot of dudes, big time dudes that was mad with what they did with GameStop. Because GameStop was on the verge of being bankrupt at that point in time. Remember, GameStop was getting ready to call for bankruptcy. And them Reddit people came in there and say, you know what? No. They went in and bought all. This little kid got a GameStop stock for his birthday and ended up getting it turned to 50 grand.
Damn.
50 grand because they went in there and did what they did.
So let me tell y'all a crazy story, Don, to capitalize off, just to piggyback off what you were saying. So it's this hedge fund billionaire that bought the New York Mets, right? He just bought the Mets maybe last season. So he was one of the big hedge fund dudes that was betting against GameStop and betting against AMC movie theater, right? Ooh. So he just bought the Mets for like $6 billion. And you're right. They had so much money on GameStop going out of business. They thought it was gonna be like the next blockbuster in like the movie field. Man, that shit went up it was like 5. It went up to damn almost $400, man.
Yep. Wow.
They got paid. They flipped it on them, but now they trying to put rules where you can't do that no more.
Yeah, but they do it every day. They do it every day.
Yeah, they don't want the common man. Anytime the common man is able to make some money, they change the rules, yo. That's just.
They tell us we can't market time.
They make it to where as though it's something like insider trading to an extent. That's all they did. They made it look like it's insider trading to a certain extent.
Listen, Don, I'm gonna tell you right now, when it comes to those big companies, it is insider trading, dog. They know. They're friends with the people making all the damn changes and shit. They know. They got the information. They firsthand. You know what I mean? We get it like if the news say something.
Yeah. You know about Nancy Pelosi, her husband, they all be getting insider information. The Congress senators, like right before the pandemic, they sold all their stocks.
Oh yeah.
It don't matter which side you sit on.
Right. They all got
They
it.
all the same, yo, when it comes to that money.
They capitalize it. They buy the companies that they know is going to take off. And like,
that's right.
What can we do? Who can do it? Who can stop it? They the people that's supposed to be regulating us, and they capitalizing on this shit.
Damn right. It pays to be educated.
Can't do it.
It pays to be educated because you can be a whole thief and still be loved. You know what I'm saying?
You're not considered a thief though. You're considered a businessman.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
I'm a thief. I'm the thief because it's insider trading. You're a businessman because you got savvy.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's like being 007. You allowed to carry and kill anybody you want, yo. It's all good.
It's like they just laugh right in our face, like you normal people. You wish you
it's like, oh, you really try to do that with your little $100,000.
You common bastard. What you think you're gonna do? It's crazy, man.
Then they to the SEC, the feds, they all coming at you. I think they sent Martha Stewart. She only tried to get a couple grand. They sent her. He put her to joint.
They said you ain't one of us, bitch.
Yeah. They sent Martha Stewart. They know, they sent our black asses to jail.
That was the crazy part about her though. But I was like, I thought she was one of them. I was like, damn.
Yeah, me too.
So did she. So did she.
I know that's probably why she tried it. I think she got in trouble not for the trading though. She got in trouble because she lied. She lied to the feds. That's what got her.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do is lie one time to them folks. They got you.
Yeah, they coming
lie to us every day. You lie to them, you get a year in jail. Like that's.
I ain't lying to the feds, so I'll be like,
either, man.
I'm telling Ed.
I plead the fifth. Nah, you know some trials, MSCB. I plead the fifth.
The feds don't come until they know you guilty. You don't even know you're guilty when a fact comes up and say you're being unavailable. They already got everything. You're already guilty. The trial's already ready to go.
Done.
Yo, those trials be crazy on MSNBC though, man. You ever watch some of those trials about the insider trading? Like the guy sitting there, the guy slamming down the books and yelling at him. What do you got to say about that? I plead the fifth. Right the microphone. I plead the fifth. That's how they be though. And then they get like 3 months, slap on the wrist, pay a fine, and they do the same shit all over again.
That's right. You know why? Because everybody in the room in on it, yo. Everybody. And as long as you ain't as long as they don't consider you outside of us, your ass is gone.
Yeah, man.
You know, you make the right enemy. But we so small time, we made the wrong enemy and shit, yo. So as soon as they seen us, they say that's the enemy. Get rid of us.
Well, look at the subprime mortgage crisis back in 2008 when it all crashed, right?
Yeah.
The banks knew that people couldn't afford them damn loans. They knew, these house flippers was just taking these beat down homes, putting 40,000 in them, selling them for 400. Yeah, but they knew that when they so much money off of the applications and off of the closing and off of the process. So they may make 600 billion, right? And then when they get punished, they only got to pay 50 billion in fines. So they look at it and they're like, well, we still 550 billion up. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't lose it.
We crash it and the economy.
That's taxes to them.
And then they're going to get bailed out,
Listen, well, first we'll pay these taxes and then ask for the bailout and then make even more money.
And do it all over again.
The worst part about it is when they gotta pay those crazy fines, the people who got hurt don't get none of the money.
No.
The government get everything.
Yeah.
Yo, she's saying don't use Robinhood or Coinbase.
Really?
Yeah. If you get rich, if you think you're going to get rich, she said those crypto coins already had their run. You have to get ones that aren't mainstream. She said.
Oh, she's talking about investing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I thought you were saying don't use Coinbase.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
How about
Okay.
don't invest new money in it? Like
Yeah.
no,
It's
not
already
much
done.
upside.
So she's telling me to invest in something. I got to download this app called VEVE. It's a Google Play Store app. She said you got to on Valentine's Day you got to get this thing because she said she spent 500 and she got something that's worth 40,000.
Man, good investors, man.
She
Oh,
knows
is that part of the alphabet, folks?
No, it's
that Google Alphabet thing. You know about that, don't you, Omar? The Google Alphabet thing they talk about the splitting up.
The metaverse.
Oh, the metaverse, yeah. That's Facebook changed their whole name to that, right?
The Meta.
Now.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, now they're called the metaverse.
Well, that's what the company name. They don't go by Facebook no more. They go by like Meta.
Meta. It's straight Meta now. Yeah. Like Google separated all that. And now they're just Meta. Like what?
That's what they meant by
it's their trying to rebrand because all that stuff what happened with the riots and everybody getting all that misinformation. They're trying to rebrand because they've been slandered already. Because again, why is it that people are able to send out bad information and it's considered law?
Yeah.
So they're trying to rebrand and go back out there as something new. With it's the same. It's like, for instance, it's like a bad neighborhood rebranding itself because they don't be called that bad neighborhood no more. But it's still the same bad neighborhood.
Yeah. Or like Comcast with Comcast, right? They want to be Xfinity now, right? They want to get rid of that name.
When you call the number, it's 1-800 Comcast.
Right.
She bought this one thing. She said her brother bought this one thing from Disney.
Why don't you just give it a damn link?
I know, man. Tell her to jump on.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take our whole conversation and I'm gonna put y'all all in the group and I'm gonna send you the whole conversation. That way all y'all have everything.
Hold on, just see if you can put it on the link. See if she want to get on.
No, she's working now. So she's working a lot.
Okay, all right.
All right. Send it later.
That's to me, it's like a startup, right? It's like that for in stock language. That's like a startup, or it's like initial public offering of it. When it's new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what a lot of them are doing. I think a lot of them are investing in these startups, and they, because they know that it's automatically going to like super skyrocket. And then I think they're getting out before it plunges again. Before it plunges. And I'm like, that's cool, but I don't know when to get out.
Yeah, because she is her brother.
Yeah, you gotta learn, right? It's timing. But see, I don't really trade. I do investing, man. Like I focus on long term.
Right.
I buy quality companies that I know. Like I buy Google because I know fools like me don't have TV cables no more, don't watch TV no more, but I'll sit on YouTube for 2 or 3 hours, listen to a podcast, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where I'm going. But I know the advertising. I can see the companies with the, things popping up. So I know that Google's actually making some money. You know what I mean?
It's ads all throughout.
Crypto things I don't know. And plus, it's not even that you lose the market volatility, like ups and downs. You can actually lose by people stealing it. Like, I've been reading about people getting hacked and people from foreign companies jumping in there stealing it. Like, damn, man, it's like
a 401k, man. Government coming in, take what they want and then leave.
Yo, man, because she said her brother bought this Disney thing for like 200, and now it's worth 50,000.
And
that's what I was going to ask
that's
about.
That's like the people that go to the casino, right? They go 100 times, right? They'll tell you the one time they won, right? But they don't tell you about the 99 times. Casino got the best of them.
All the losses.
Yeah, they only remember that one time they won. So
she's doing good at it, but you gotta be like them, her and her brother. Y'all gotta understand it, know how to run it.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta
know when to get in, man. That shit is all luck, man.
I guess I better start learning now before it all changes up again, yo.
Yeah, that's why she said, like, don't do Robinhood or Coinbase because you're not going to get rich doing those two because everybody knows about it. She said you got to do startups more. And she said that's where you're going to make it.
Yeah. Okay.
More risk
right.
with that though.
Talk to her.
More risk. 'cause you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yo, ask her if she's willing to do a show with us about the startups, yo.
I told her. I told her what days we have and everything. So she said she's really busy this next week too. So I just told her one of those days you have free, you know what I mean? And she could just do a show and we will listen and we will understand and we, you know what I mean? And whatever. So whenever she has time, she said she'll do it. But you know what I mean? She's just real busy. Like she does a lot, man. Because when the pandemic hit, you know, a lot of the restaurants weren't getting seen. She would go to the restaurant and post on her Facebook, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden she got in the news because she was doing it for so many people. And then people would come to the restaurant and they started getting, you know, she had people. Then she got on the news, she got awards, she got all this stuff. So now she got a thing called Okie Dokie Foodie. And she does the restaurants and stuff. So people get paid, you know, so people will come and now they're making money.
So she's a promoter.
You know? She promoted. At first she just did it out of the kindness of her heart because she felt sad and nobody was there. You know what I mean? She said, I'm gonna do so. I'm gonna try to help you out. You know, she took pictures of the food because she's a photographer. She's a professional photographer. And, you know, then she works for the military and the government. So she does a lot of things. And then she started taking pictures and told people to check the place out. Huh?
She Jamaican? She got 10 jobs.
She's Korean, man. And she goes all different places.
But Drag, listen, all that's good and fine, but tell her to get unbusy so we can make some money too.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
listen, Andre, you don't have to qualify her anymore. Just get her ass here, yo.
Look,
give her my information too. Give her my info. Tell her I want to talk to her.
I already did it. I did all that. I told her you need to. So I did all that. So she said her brother knows even more than she does. So
we'll get his information too, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get all this stuff. So don't worry.
I'm gonna do poor man special because that's what I am. So I need.
I know, man. You give her 500, she turned it into 50 grand, man.
Man. She said that's the most she ever, the most she ever made was
I think 150,000. She said the most she ever made.
That's good shit. The most I made was 5,000. I don't give a damn what the book. Look, she's successful at it, and I want to be a part of it, yo.
Look, I ain't never made nothing, so you know I'm game for anything.
Listen, man, you made something. You got a 401k. You got retirement IRAs. You made something.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be 50, 60 grand like the young lady doing with $100, but hey, man.
Listen, I can't touch it, so that's 5 to 10 more years down the line. I ain't even listening. I ain't even paying attention to that. I
That's
need some
5 or 10 more years for it to grow.
I need some fresh money.
He needs some now money. He needs to pay for those oodles and noodles.
Thank you.
Yo. She said her brother he'll give a class like how to start and how not to get scammed for a small tuition. So we just gotta pay her brother, and he'll tell us, give us a class for us, and he'll tell us everything about it.
A small tuition.
Yeah.
You gotta pay to play sometimes. What's the tuition, Andre? To find out what the money is. I mean, we ain't going just like
300 each.
You know what I mean? He's like he was teaching so many people and people wouldn't appreciate him. And he has lupus, so he gets tired a lot. So, you know what I mean? So
tell him, let me get a cancer discount. I got cancer, so I'm gonna get a cancer discount.
Yo, all right. Get him with me, guys. Get him with me, dog. Give him my number. Do what you gotta do. I want to talk to these people. I don't like just sitting around hoping for shit, yo. Yeah, I want to know people who are actually doing and actually because I can learn from them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And what she's saying is people who get.
You better make sure you check them, man. A lot of people be.
I'm not just
like the experts, man. You want to see those 50. I want to see those capital gains.
Returns. I want to see those returns. I want to see those returns. I want to see that track record.
He's saying that.
I've been in the game too long, man. I can read these people. I can read them a mile away, man. Be scamming you, man. You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
$1 grand all for all of us. You know what I'm saying? They don't know a lick about nothing, man.
You know what I
mean? But this is what she's saying. She's saying the problem is that every day she sees that group, they're bitching about getting scammed. It's disappointing but annoying because they should know their investments. But you know what I mean? So she
That's why I
says
speak what I know.
about cryptos, people can't differentiate the money you gain versus initial investment. And the big one is people getting scammed. So that's why he's teaching you how not to get scammed, I guess. Yeah.
Hold up, say that again. What the last part you said about you don't know what you paid into it? Like,
No,
you don't know the cost basis is what you're saying?
Everything I see this group I'm on, they bitching about getting scammed is disappointing because annoying because they should know their investments. But she's saying probably the biggest thing with crypto is people can't differentiate the money you gain versus initial investment, and the big one is people getting scammed and people getting scammed. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was having a problem doing. I was trying to say, well, what's the worth now? Yo, I couldn't even tell what the money was worth. Like, I couldn't tell. I was like, well, where do I go to see if I'm gaining or losing? Because all I could tell is crypto's up now, crypto's down now. You know what I'm saying? But there wasn't like I would look at my investment. It would say, okay, this is how I could tell. But I don't like it. I wanted to have a different type of but it gives me a whole amount. Like, let's say my whole amount of everything I invested in, it'll give me the whole amount. Like when I come in, it'll tell me your money that is worth this much. That, you know what I'm saying? But when I first looked at it, I was like, I don't understand what's that saying, because it's less than what I put in. I want to see where I lost, I want to see, what I'm saying? I want to see shit. But that's so I don't understand the app enough or the information enough to go in there unless I start playing around. And I really don't feel like learning that much. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I just feel like I need someone to tell me what shit is. So I might pay this dude to at least tell me what shit is. I want to know where to look, why I should be looking there, how to judge, how he judges. That's what I want to know. I'll tell you, I'll show you how to use the app shit. No, I want to know what you are doing and how you come along your conclusions. That's what I want to know. If you want to teach me for real.
You want the formula. You just want the formula. That's all you want.
What she's saying, like she could tell me about the absolute basic, like where to buy it, but what to invest in, she said that's gonna be y'all to do the research. You know what I mean?
Teach me that's what I'm saying. Teach me how to do the research. Where is this research? What am I looking for? Who am I supposed to look under? Is there something, you know what I'm saying? Because right now it's kind of like, okay, I guess you gotta go by what you say. That's where I'm at now. I don't like that shit, yo. I don't like that. That's why I would rather have someone teach me and talk to me. Because I ain't going to invest no big money anyway. I'm just going to invest 50, 60, 100 maybe. You know what I mean? I ain't going to invest no money that's going to hurt my feelings if it's not cool. You know what I mean? But I do want to at least understand what I'm doing. If I decide to one day do a big investment, I want to understand my eyes and what I'm reading and why it should work. That's what I want to know. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
That's all. But Don, you running the meeting, man. We over the hour. What's up, man? How you want to do this?
Well, I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank for everybody insight. Thank Omar, the Instigator podcast. Check it out. New episode is when again?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, man. Been a long time, man. Been a long time. You know what I mean? So you got the Instigator podcast. So what's the next episode again?
It's going to drop tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. I got you. Okay. Everybody check that out. I want to thank Andre and Aaron, of course, let me host this time around. My uncle Aaron, Rob for coming through. He left, and everybody else who came today. Enjoy. I know have a wonderful evening. And I want to say, peace out. And everybody enjoy yourselves.
All right,
man. Love y'all, man.
Love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves now.
Right.
Sir.
She said I gotta go to Google and download Veve, VEVE, to get started. That's what she's saying. So, and she said to buy something on the Disney thing on Valentine's Day when it comes out. So that's what she's telling me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go by what she's saying. So look, I'll just take pictures of the whole conversation and then I'll just pass it on to y'all.
The next one, you follow up and let us know how it's doing.
Yes, sir. Yes, please do. Please do. Yeah.
I will.
What's funny is I was going to ask about the Disney thing. I was going to, is there any Disney? Yo, the Disney. How is Disney doing in stocks, man? Does anybody know if it's good to invest in this? Because I'm sitting here watching Disney, right? You know, like last night, I was sitting here watching Disney. And I love Disney. I was like, this is a lot of shit that I like to watch. And all I could think was, oh, fuck, I should have bought some Disney stock. You know, I don't even know why.
You know what?
They got like 6 new
It's-
shows
it's
about
all right,
to
man.
drop too.
Yo, but the
Yeah.
one thing she's telling me about the crypto thing about the Vivi, she's saying that's Disney is big time. Disney's in it, so that's why people are buying it, the crypto. So she's saying like the one her brother did for 200 and now worth 50,000. You know what I mean? It's something you buy from Disney, and then people want it, they'll spend the money for it. You know what I mean? So you know that's what she's telling me. Something's going to drop on Valentine's Day for Disney. It's going to be a lot of people trying to buy it. You know what I mean? So you got to go in there and you got to buy it. You know, so and then that's it. You know what I mean?
Disney trying to get people in them daggone theme parks. You know what I mean? They trying to.
Yep, that's
Okay,
the thing.
we're gonna get
'Cause
you.
they empty.
We want younger people to come. We want y'all to bring y'all younger families, right? So I know y'all all are the main owners of the crypto. It's the big talk of the town now.
That's what you
I mean, it's
do,
a great
man.
marketing scheme to get people to, you know, use their money,
It's all
just
what
like
Nike
Elon
did,
Musk
man.
did with the
Nike-
Teslas. You know,
That's what Nike did, man. We know we y'all old investors are cool, but we want this young, fresh. We gonna invest in Colin, the new movement, the new era. We want to invest in all that to get the young people in here. Y'all the ones that's buying the shoes. The parents don't really give a damn about them. Y'all want the sneakers. We want to invest in all this and show y'all that we care about what's happening that's going on right now. I mean,
right?
it's a marketing scheme, man. That's all it is.
That's all it is. Get your money.
Dollars. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Got that right.
Right. She's saying to register this one trade, they give you $100 free crypto. So
Yeah, we really need to get her on here so we can talk, man, and she can tell us what the hell's going on and what to look for and how. I just need to know how.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna shout everybody out. Y'all have a wonderful evening.
All
So
right.
next-
Have a good one.
All right, y'all.